Today we are going to talk about jobs. But tell me, Fernando, what's your job?
Oh, my job is referent to a masonry. I'm a mason.
That's great. And do you like it?
Yes, I like it. It's interesting. It's rude. It's I can do develops change on my home.
That's it. Hey, that's good. Well, I wouldn't say that it is rude. I think that it is energetic and
Yes.
it is something that where you have to be very strong for working.
No, at all. I'm fat.
Well, but anyway, you have to have the energy to work about it because it is really heavy. It's hard work.
Yes, it's hard work. Teacher is rude because you have to try with the weather. So the weather is very rude here. Is when it's time to the hot, it's very hot and the
Hmm.
colder.
Oh my, yes, I think so. Well, and
Really, the weather is extremely here.
it's extreme. Jesus Christ. So, Fernando, if you could change anything about your job, what would you change?
Mm, I try. Of course, I try change for get too much money.
Yeah, maybe to raise the salary,
Say again, please.
to raise the salary, to
Raise the
increase.
sal. Yeah, that's it.
That's good. All right. Thank you very much, Fernando.
Thank you to you.
Okay, so Patty, what about you? What's your job?
Well, in this time, I'm only a housewife, and I help to my husband with his job. He's a businessman for a company, uh, and I go with him to the expos, for example, or I can help to send pedidos. I don't know how.
Purchase order?
Yeah, the orders. Yeah, and I do this, but only I'm waiting for come back with my own business because I had my own business, but I lost it when I moved to Monterrey.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Okay, this happened. This is
Uh-huh. So, well, that was very sad because whenever you have your own business, you can do many things. You can be free in many different aspects.
yeah. For example, well, we had a problem. For example, my business, uh, all my business I bring here, I no lo traje, bro,
Uh-huh.
but tuvimos un fraude.
Uh-huh.
Desde,
You had,
yeah, como diría, tuve un fraude.
I had a fraud.
I had a fraud with with a man that my husband know him, but I don't know what happened. But él robó como nuestra mercancía.
Oh my, he stole your merchandise.
Yeah, and we don't have anything. I
Oh,
was working for this business for my family, but when my son and my daughter, my son was married,
uh-huh.
and my daughter went to the United States for work. Well, my business, I don't know what happened, but my husband only say me, don't worry, and this happened, but I don't think so, because was working for years.
Uh-huh. Oh
I was
my.
for nights, for days, and be careful with your business. But well, this happened, and I'm waiting for begin one more time.
That's it. You know, I think that you will do it. You are a very hardworking woman. And I consider that this time that you are helping your husband is being for you something like a training.
Yeah, it really is really this happened. I love when I go to the expos and I can help, and I think that is something that I can do it fine.
And you are learning too much when you
Yeah,
have to.
yeah, yeah, and it's something interesting because we gone to another cities like, for example, Merida, and to Guadalajara, to Mexico City, and León, Guanajuato, for example.
That's it. So, yes, it's going to be like training for you.
Yeah, really.
Hey, that's it. Well, you know what? I think that whenever we talk about jobs, sometimes it's kind of like an interesting topic because, of course, we all have a job. We do certain things that we like, some others do things that they don't like. And of course, we've got experiences from those jobs. You know what? I have had a problem. I have been a teacher for 25 years. And so I think that for me, it would be interesting to change my activity because it has been a lifetime. I really love it. I like it. But sometimes I feel that I could do something else. So I am thinking about changing my job. But of course, it is not something that I could do just like an unresponsible decision. I have to make research. I have to think about it. I have to talk to people to ask for their opinion about what I should do. And the first step I made was this. I made some research. So my question was, what is the best job? Here you have what I found out in my research. I was looking for something non usual, and I found out that I could be a scarecrow, but I don't know. I'm not very convinced about it. What do you think? Do you think that I could make a good scarecrow? What do you think about it, Patty?
Are you really you can change for scarecrow? It is something I don't know.
I am thinking about it. I don't know.
No, I think no because the sun is really hot.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Well, this work in personal opinion, in my personal opinion, no, not good teacher. Maybe another thing.
Yes. But don't you think that there could be any good point about it?
Mm, um, something good of this job.
Uh-huh. Don't you think that it could be, well, good in any way?
No,
No? Any
no.
positive point?
In my opinion, well, maybe it's necessary this on this worker, no, but not for you, teacher, not for me.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, Fernando, what's your opinion? What do you think?
Excuse me, what?
Do you think that I could make a good scarecrow?
No, I don't like I don't like that kind of job.
No, but I have known that the payment, the salary, is very good.
That's in case I don't have other kind of job.
Mm, but
So I think some people can enjoy doing that kind of job, but not in my part.
but I think that there could be some positive points about it. Uh,
Yes.
what are the positive things that it could have?
I think that you can enjoy the how to say others to others of the nature
That's it. Yes.
and the view, the panoramic, the view of the forest, of the fields.
It could be. Yes.
I think that is interesting of that.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. I think that it is good. But what about the bad points, the negative points?
Oh, about that, I think the the weather, right? Maybe the sunny day is bad for you, or the rain day, mostly day. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, yes, you're right. The weather is something very important to consider.
Hmm.
So sunny or so rainy or very cold.
Yeah.
Patty, what do you think about the negative points of this job?
Maybe insect bites.
Yes.
Oh my. Yes, I,
No. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't thought about it.
I think that is uncomfortable job.
Yes, you're right. It could be. It's uncomfortable. And well, I haven't thought about the insects.
Yeah, because imagine when insect bites and you are there. No.
Oh my. And guess what? I think that there could not only be insects, but what about a scorpion or
Oh no.
Snakes.
No.
snakes?
Oh no.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Yes.
Okay. Please don't work in this, okay?
You're right. This is not an option. Okay. Let's forget it. Let's go to this other option. Another judge.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh. Oh my God.
Oh, wouldn't you work as another judge?
Mm, mm, I don't knew to anybody who works in this.
Yes, this is something so serious. They are experts who are in charge of testing the effectiveness of some products.
Yeah, I know. Like deodorants, for example,
That's it.
perfumes.
Oh, deodorant, soap, lotions.
Yeah, I know it is it's important uh, to say and to be an expert in this, but uh, I don't know.
No, wouldn't you make a good other judge?
Mm, oh, maybe if I need a job, but I don't know. I don't like it because if I don't like it, the smell that I can smell.
Well, let me tell you that the payment is very good. They are earning kind of like $8 per hour.
How many?
Dollars per hour.
Oh, wow. How
Um,
many people to need
it,
for the job?
it could be an option.
Okay, but no, it's good because we use perfumes and lotions and deodorants, but not for works. We need to have experience and a good olfato, como diríamos.
Smelling.
Yeah, we need this for be a good other judge.
For being a good other judge. That's it. All right. Thank you, Patty. Fernando, what's your opinion?
Hi, teacher, my opinion. Uh, I think the photo show a nasty job, but well, in part, if you have to smell lotion or other thing about
Okay.
the cleaning, how's the cleaning, personal cleaning, teacher?
They are the, oh my, the toilet products.
The toilet products. So that's good, but to smell bodies or other things, I don't like that.
That could be difficult.
Yes, it is, teacher.
Difficult to stand. All right. Yes, you're right. It could be difficult. But even though the payment is good, but well, okay, it is not an option. Let's go to see this one. Wouldn't you be a mermaid?
Mermaid. Mermaid. Siren.
What about you, Fernando? Would you be a mermaid?
Mm, but what relation is in this job, teacher? Mermaid.
Ah, a mermaid is a person who is in charge of having a show in an aquarium.
All right, I got it.
So they are swimming and singing in a tank for some hours so that people have fun. And later
Mm,
on, they go.
yes, I understand. But I think it's good job, but you need to have a lot of training. I think so.
A lot of training.
A lot of
You're right.
training.
Mm. And what about you, Fernando? Wouldn't you like to be a mermaid?
I think so. I like to swim.
That would be good. Of course, you wouldn't be a mermaid, but a Triton. What about being kind of like Aquaman?
Mm. Maybe. No, teacher, it's too difficult. I think that job is interesting, is funny, but the most important is that you have a good training, and if you like it, if you enjoy it, you can do it.
That's it. I guess that it would be nice.
Yes, I think so, teacher.
All right. Okay. Well, even though this job is very well paid, also, it is kind of like $10 per hour.
$10 per hour.
Ah,
That's
it's
good.
good.
So, what about you, Patty? Would you do it?
Well, I like it. It is good for a show. I like to swim, but my figure is not like a merman mermaid. Well, mm, but I can try to be like a mermaid. It's good job. It's better that the before like other huge, for example. No, mermaid is better.
You know what? What I thought about myself was that I wouldn't make a good mermaid because I am very out of shape. Maybe if I worked like that, people would say, wow, it's A whale, maybe, no,
No, teacher.
like a seal.
It's
But
the same with me, more or less.
so, well, for me, it is not an option. But I like to swim. Anyway, I like to swim. All right.
Uh, we need a diet, for example, for this.
That's it. All right. Okay, so look at this. Would you make a professional snorkeler?
Uh,
Snog-
I don't know. In Spanish, what can I say?
Uh,
No,
a
like for
snorkeler,
snorkeler.
a snorkeler is a person who cherish people, who hugs people, who helps people to feel much better when they are in depression.
oh, okay, okay. It's good. Maybe. How many pays an hour?
You know what? The payment is very attractive. It is kind of like $20 per hour, and you have
Uh,
many benefits because you can select the place where you want to work, the people, if you want to work with that people or not. You can also select your schedule when and what time you want to work, and your job consists in helping people to feel much better when they are in depression. For example, let's suppose that there's a person who wants to kill him or herself, and so they call you and you go and make them feel better so that they can decide to live.
oh, this like it.
Okay.
Like well, I do sometimes this for another people in my family, for example, or not my family, maybe my friends. I like it,
That's
and
nice.
$20 by hour per hour is fine.
That's good. What about you, Fernando? What do you think about this job?
It sounds good, but how to get a snorkeler? You need a psychologic or
Uh-huh.
what?
It's more or less therapists.
It's like therapy. So
Yeah.
you have to be trained as a psychologist, and you have some training of therapy also, emotional therapy.
Oh, that's great. It sounds
Uh-huh.
good, teacher. Maybe someday.
Yeah, that's it. And you know what? I think that it is very necessary because in our society, every day more and more people is in depression, under stress, and there have been many people that who unfortunately have tried to kill themselves,
Yes.
and because they are depressed, many teenagers. So I think that this is a very important work, a very
Yeah.
important job.
Yes, it is, teacher. Is interesting for
Yes,
the situation in days and now.
that's it. All right. And
And excuse me, teacher, for example, many people die for depression too.
that's it. You know what? For me, it has been so surprising that even some very successful people have been in depression. Do you
Yeah,
remember? Yes.
yeah. Some, for example, I don't know the name of this actor who died. Um, he was very famous, but I don't know how to say suicidio. Suicidio.
He committed suicide.
Yeah, yeah, and it's really sad that when this happened, because
That's it.
it is people with successful, and what is happening?
That's it. Well, you are talking about the love of my life. He was Robin Williams.
Of course, teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a very successful person. He was a man who was making love many people and who helped very much to other actors even to stand when they were under pressure. But unfortunately, his personal life was not as successful as he wanted to. So I consider that he had a very big problem. As far as I am concerned, he was divorced and he couldn't cope with this. He couldn't manage the pain. And so he decided to commit suicide after his divorce.
Yeah, and was really sad for uh well, for everything, for everybody, but well, for example, 2 weeks ago that I went with my brother. Maybe do you remember that I found my family, biological family?
Yes, yes, you told
And
us.
yeah, and I was on the, I don't know how to say tumba. I don't remember.
Trump.
Yeah, of my mother, and was really sad to be there, Humberto and me crying for our mother.
Um,
But uh, I say him, please be careful of you because he's every day when I call with him, he's so sad. I try to help him to know to feel this for himself.
Humberto, your brother?
Yeah, it's my big brother,
Oh my.
but it's because our history is really sad. But it's another time. This happened. It's in the past. We need to constructive and the future, the
That's it.
present and future for us and for our families.
Yes, that's it. And but you know what? There are a few, really a few people who see the positive way of everything, like you. There are many people who are really sad, really depressed about some things, and they
Yeah.
can't manage this feeling. So
It's it's really to manage. It is important.
yeah, and it is not easy, I guess. And so congratulations to you because you could do it.
Yeah, but well, I was trying all my life to be positive with my family and help them and to be happy. We have problem. Everybody have problems. It's true,
Yeah, that's it. You're
but
right.
it to manage this depression.
Uh-huh, that's very important. Well,
This
that,
job is good.
too much. Well, would you do it?
Excuse me. Hello.
No, wouldn't you do it?
Okay. Well, when I'm with people who depression, for example, I can talk with them and I give massage. For example, I talk to Humberto and his hands in my hands with cream, and I give him massage. And when I'm talking about something simple like how to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's very important and that's very good. So you did like a professional snuggler.
Yeah, well, I was learning to help to another people. Maybe in the church, we learning about this. How can we help to the another people?
Mm-hmm. That's
Mm,
very important, and that's very good.
yeah, and I like it. This job is like,
Okay, very good. All right. So that's an option. Definitely, it's an option.
yeah.
Mhm.
What about this one? To be a bright kidnapping expert.
Breathe, kidnapping,
Right.
expert.
When I was looking for information about some different jobs, some unusual jobs, I found out this. And you know what? I was really surprised because I thought that it was a joke. But no, that was not a joke. That is a serious job. Of course, it is illegal here in Mexico, but it's not illegal in some other countries. For example, in Kyrgyzstan, in Afghanistan, in Kazakhstan. There are some countries like those where if you want to get married with a woman and the woman doesn't love you, then you can kidnap her. You can contract the services of a professional kidnapper, and so you can take her.
You.
Could you imagine something like that? Of course, they earn a lot of money, but I don't know. Here in Mexico, first of all, here in Mexico, it is crime. And next,
No,
how could you or how could a person do it? I don't know.
no. I don't know to anybody with this job.
Oh,
It's, well, it's illegal.
yeah, that's it. Here in Mexico, it is crime.
Wow. Yeah, it's crime.
Okay, so what do you think about it, Fernando?
Yeah, it's a crime, but I remember in my village, a rural zone in Puebla State, I remember some people uh, uh, steal or kidnap. How to say kidnap? Kidnap
Kidnap.
the woman.
Oh my, did they? Why?
Uh, that's I don't know. Maybe because we are living in a rural zone,
Aha.
and so if the people of if the guy see a woman and I like him,
They like
he
her.
take. Yes. So I remember that.
Oh my, I couldn't. Well, I couldn't imagine that, but yes, you're right. It is possible.
Yes, it's possible because I remember uh, about my how to say prima. Now I forgot that.
Cousin?
Ah, yeah, because my cousin had a situation uh, like that,
Hi. Was
and,
she?
and she finished loving to the man and
Wow.
having kids.
It's
Well, that was.
like a movie, no?
Just like a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wow.
That was the most surprising for me.
Yes, because that is possible in other place of Mexico about the rural zones uh, and I don't know how to say pueblos lejanos,
In the faraway towns.
faraway towns. That is possible nowadays.
You know what? You made me remember that in certain parts in Oaxaca, in the state of Oaxaca, there is also that use. So men kidnap the girls. Well, time
Mhm.
ago, they used to negotiate to have a girl. For example, they went to see her family, and even when they didn't meet each other, they said, "You know what? I like your daughter, so I am going to bring you some sacks of corn, some sacks of beans. I will bring you some turkey, some hens, a donkey, maybe some sheep, and I will take your daughter." And so parents should agree to disagree about this. They said, "All right, but I want another sack of corn," or well, they negotiated about the girl. And yes, I remember that I had a friend, a very close friend of mine,
Mhm.
who talked to me about this, and even he told me that the first time his mother saw his father was because his grandma said, "Baby, take your things because you are going with this man to live. You are now his wife." So for she was a girl. She was a 10-year-old girl, and she had to go to live with that man.
Yeah.
And well, in some places, it is a use. He told me that nowadays it doesn't happen like the same. Now the girls fell in love. They agreed to disagree to escape with their boyfriend, and later on they come back to ask for forgiveness to their parents, and they get married.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yes, that's true. But it likes a business.
Yes, that's it. So even they said that when a marriage had boys, just boys,
Mhm.
it was good because they were going to help with work, but it meant that they had to work very much for negotiation for a wife for these boys. But whenever they have a baby girl, made a very big party because they knew that they were going to have some benefits when the girl grew old. So it was, yes, it was a party for them to have a baby girl.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Well, there are some different uses, no? For us, it is
Yeah, I
something
think so.
like weird, like no, it is not possible. But for them, it is normal. It is like,
Yeah.
yes, it is as it has to be. All right. Well, maybe this is not an option. Let's check this up. Alan Moore is a writer, is a wizard, he's a mall Santa, and he's a Rasputin impersonator. Would you like to be a wizard?
Like,
What is wizard? It's like a mago?
Aha, like Harry Potter.
Oh,
oh, yes.
So, would you like to be a wizard?
no.
No,
No.
no,
No.
like you could be like Hermione, Patty.
Excuse me?
You could be like Hermione.
Oh, yeah. But, well, I need learning maybe for be a wizard.
All
But
right, so
we can learn. It's true.
yeah, we should learn how to do it.
Yeah, of course. But she's writer.
Aha, he's a writer.
Wizard.
Oh,
Santa.
Okay, okay. Also, what about you, Fernando? Wouldn't you like to be a Rasputin impersonator or an Elvis Presley impersonator? It could be.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
he's funny.
it would be fun.
Yes, the performance, right?
Yeah.
Aha. Yeah, that's it. And so you know what? This person earns a lot of money. He earns $10 per hour.
$10. Well,
Uh, so I think that it would be a good business.
yeah. Maybe I we can training for more people.
That's it.
This we can to have a company,
Ah,
person and Rasputin's and or another personality.
hey, that's great. I forgot that you are a businesswoman.
Of course,
That's
I think
great.
this is woman is true teacher.
Uh, hey, you know what? That's a very good idea, Patty.
I know, I know. I was thinking, oh, I can be eh, for example, was an idea, maybe a crazy idea, but was. I was thinking, oh, my daughter is not here. My son is not here when on Mother's Day. What can we do? Okay, I can work like a mom for another that don't have mom.
Wow. Hey, that's a very good idea, Patty.
Uh, uh,
Mommy
mom
impersonator.
can pay for me for our well. I can offer for day for all day. I
Yes.
know.
I forgot that you are a businesswoman. That's it. You know what? That sounds really good. So if you don't have a mommy, I can be your mommy. Okay.
Of course, yeah, that's the idea.
Wow,
And
pretty good.
me,
That's a mommy impersonator.
yeah, of course.
A
It's like ¿cómo podemos decir combinado, combinated?
combination.
Professional, professional snuggle and a mom.
Oh,
I can do it.
hey, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Well, I think that there are many moms without sons o ¿cómo
Children
pueden sin sus hijos?
without children.
Yeah, they can work like this,
Ah,
like mom for another people.
yeah, and you can also contract people to be children for a day.
Yeah, and last year I was thinking this idea, and I say my dad, oh, maybe somebody needs a mom or a grandmom. I can be,
Uh-huh. Hey, that's a great idea.
of course.
You know what? It sounds crazy, but guess what? The biggest companies have been made by crazy ideas.
Of course.
Yes.
But can be good for many people. No,
Uh-huh.
and some people needs a company, for example, and we can do it.
Yeah, you know what? Or somebody to cherish you. I have seen that there are many people who likes to have a good massage, and it is not only because of the relaxing of their body, but also because the contact with other people is a very good therapy. So to feel that somebody cherish you, somebody touches you is so beneficial for our body.
Yeah, I know. And for this, I was thinking about this idea. Well, I think maybe it's crazy, but I think that is good. If I can with another people who needs maybe somebody needs to work, and this is good idea. Well, I
Uh,
think
wow. You know what? You are so creative.
yeah. Could you working with me?
To do it, I could make a very, well, a perfect grandma. I could be a grandma.
Okay, it's good.
So, you know, a person who needs a grandma, I could do it.
Yeah, good, teacher. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, you know what? Finally, we are going to talk about this last job. You
Let's
work as a snake milker.
snake milker. Wow.
En español les paso.
Oh, yes. Jesus Christ. Are you afraid of snakes?
Oh, oh no. Well, how many pays for for this job, teacher?
$50 per hour.
$50. $50. It's
Yeah,
good,
that's what I found out. So,
but it's
Fernanda,
good. I can die, no?
yeah, you can die. Well, everybody can die because it is
Oh, no.
extremely, extremely dangerous.
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 Yeah. When I can do it this. I don't. I pass.
Yeah, I don't think so. What about you, Fernando? Would you do it?
Mm, First of all, I have afraid of the snakes,
Oh my.
and separate of that is very dangerous.
Yeah, too
Dangerous.
much. Really dangerous. But it's necessary. It's a very necessary job because with
Yeah.
the poison they extract from the snake's fangs, they do some treatments. They say they do the counter poison.
The antidote. How to
Ah,
say
yes,
antidote?
the antidote. Yes.
Yeah, it is necessary.
Would you do it? I wouldn't. I wouldn't definitely do it. Even though the pavement is really attractive, I wouldn't do it. I'm a chicken. I am a scaredy cat. So,
I, I'll put it in my list.
oh my, yeah, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't do it.
No, no, yeah, me too. No, I can't.
Well, you know what? Now I have a clearer idea about what I could do in the future. And I have decided that I definitely wouldn't change my job. So I have to appreciate what I have
Okay.
because there are more
Interesting.
difficult jobs than mine.
The more maybe this with the snake
Oh, yeah.
is the more difficult.
Yeah, for me it is the most difficult. Oh my.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for your attention, for your attendance, of course, and for your brilliant participation. So, meet you next class and have a very good night.
You
You
too,
too.
teacher.
Wise.
Thank you for your
Was a really
attention.
Thanks to you.
Thank you,
uh,
Patty. Very.
see you, Fernando. Have a nice night.
You too, teacher.
Okay.
Likewise. Thank
See you
you.
tomorrow.
See,
Bye. Enjoy the
Okay.
night.
likewise. Thank you.